Good morning and welcome to Mornings with Minnassa. Happy Hump Day. And remember, hold space for me today as I will be doing my presentation at Out Memphis. And even today, when I follow up with my doctor about my boobs, she's doing work with them. Small worlds, we're able to talk about things, and I'm excited about being able to join with that energy of service and transformation. All right, here we go. So, Mornings with Minnassa, welcome. Today I am reading from The Power of Receiving, a revolutionary approach to giving yourself the life you want and deserve. And this is the book. And I took a class at Seal Beach Center for Spiritual Living when I lived in California. And this was the book. And this was laid on my heart today for us, because for me too. So here we go. Are you a receiver? Definition of receive: to accept willingly. Imagine this. You're relaxing at home while your spouse makes dinner and your children tend to their chores. As you read your favorite magazine, you sigh with contentment. Life is good. You probably already know that reducing stress is a good thing. Yet in a world that has elevated busyness to a virtue and has convinced you that doing for others is more important than giving to yourself, how do you create a life where you give in balance with what you receive? How do you set aside guilt-free time for you? Take a look at the following. Do any of these scenarios describe your life? You are the one people turn to when they need help. Even if you didn't screen your phone calls and leave emails unanswered, you'd never get any downtime at all. No, if you didn't screen your phone calls and leave emails unanswered, you'd never get any downtime at all. You spend so much time working that important people in your life complain they never get to spend time with you. You enjoyed a recent vacation, but it took you a couple days to remember how to relax, and now you dread going back to work. Your parents are living with you, and the stress of their care are leaving you feeling overwhelmed. You have a job where you help others, like a nurse, teacher, social worker, secretary, etc. And when you are worn out and in a little need of TLC, tender loving care, family members and friends are unavailable. You are a single parent and don't know where you'll find the time or energy for anything that is not devoted to making a living and raising your children. Do any of the examples sound familiar? If not, congratulate yourself, because it is likely that your giving and receiving are in balance, meaning that sometimes you are the giver and other times you are a receiver. If this is you, your natural state is feeling rested and mentally alert and engaged, emotionally content, and spiritually fulfilled. If you can't recall when you last felt rested, alert, content, and fulfilled, keep reading. Symptoms of a non-receiver. Let's begin with the following statements. Do you identify with any of them? Emotionally, you feel unappreciated. Physically, you feel exhausted. Mentally, you feel resentful. Spiritually, you feel depleted. Statements of a non-receiver. Are these familiar? People take advantage of me. I don't get what I want. I feel taken for granted. I'm always there for others. No one is there for me. People don't listen to me. I can't count on anyone. The only way something gets done is if I do it. I know what's good for other people, but I don't know what I want. Although it can be tempting to blame other people for your circumstances, if you have not cultivated reciprocity in your relationships, I invite you to entertain the following statement. The only possible match for someone who doesn't know how to receive is someone who doesn't know how to give. Non-receivers are drawn to non-givers. In other words, the problem is not that you have been drawn to non-giving people, but that you are an inexperienced receiver. The reason this is important distinction is that you can't control other people's behavior, of course, but you can only control your own. And so, as you can see from the card up front, excuse my itchy nose, receiving joyfully. When I took this class, there's an exercise where you write about the most magnanimous, luxurious life that you can have. Like, I got my 25-bedroom mansion. Each of my 5-car garages has cars in them, and Today I went out in the BMW, and tomorrow I'm going to go out in the Maybach, and I went out in my Jeep on this day, and when I went to the bank they told me again I had a huge interest check come in. My investments are going through the roof. I am at peace in my best physical health. I am loved, and that whole thing. One woman in that group said that she felt guilty doing that. Only out of most women's mouths, okay? We have got to be at a place to receive joyfully. You and I are worthy and deserving of our best lives. And our best life is sitting right here, waiting for us to open our arms to receive it. I love the image on this card, Mother Yamoja and Father Olakwan. Yamoja is the goddess of the top of the salt water, and Olakwan is her partner down at the bottom water. And this is about receiving fully, allowing yourself to be immersed, stepping into the flow and receiving from the ocean, receiving from that which nurture and give life. Be open and receive joyfully. Say yes to yourself. Have a beautiful and blessed day.